Hello and welcome to another mixed case selection for Beer Ritz. I'm really excited with this pack that we've managed to put together this time. Partly because nobody else in the UK is offering these beers mail order, and partly because they're really great beers. They're from the Marble Brewery in Manchester. They have a brew pub there called the Marble Arch. They've actually recently expanded the output of the brewery. They've relocated to a new brewery a couple of 100 metres from the original one. And the thing about Marble, what is unusual about them is that they're a fully organic, they're organically certified brewery. But a lot of organic beers, they tend to compromise on flavour. There's always a trade-off somehow with organic beers between flavour and organic status. Now, Marble are a brewery who don't really believe that there should be that trade-off. And in their beers, it's evident that there isn't that trade-off. The quality of the beers is amazing. They're actually a lot more flavour-packed, a lot more interesting, and a lot more exciting to drink than a lot of sort of non-organically certified breweries in the UK, or indeed around the world. The three beers that we've got in the pack, we're going to put 4 of each in there for a mixed case. We've got Lagonda IPA at 5%, Tawny at 5.7%, and then Ginger at 6%. And let's just quickly taste through them. So the Lagonda IPA, India Pale Ale, so what you'd expect is a really nice kind of hop presence in this. The strength of it, it could really be anything from 3.5% to 7 or 8%. That's the range of strengths you'd expect to find in IPA. But the one thing we know about IPA is that it is a hoppy beer. You're looking for a big hop presence in an IPA. So we've got a lovely kind of golden colour there. It's very slightly hazy. The aroma is fantastic. It's a really big kind of citrusy and aromatic spice aroma to it. And there is kind of just the impression that the quality of the hops is really high, and whatever it is that they do in their brew house, all brewers brew slightly differently. They've all got their own kind of little tricks that they think help bring out the flavour of the malt or emphasise the hop character. Whatever it is that Marble do, they really bring out the hop character, but it's balanced as well. You've always got the lovely balance between the citrusy, spicy hops and the sweetness of the malt. The Lagonda IPA, a pale beer, lovely citrusy, slightly on the dry side, but that's what you'd expect from a beer with a high hop presence. Lovely. The aroma is great, citrusy and spicy. The palate is clean. It's balanced, just sort of edging towards dryness in the finish. That's a really lovely IPA, one of the nicest that I've tried this year. I'm gushing a little bit about these beers because they're a great brewery, they're great quality beers. So the next one we've got Tawny number 3. As you might expect from Tawny number 3, it's a slightly darker brown, kind of tawny in colour. And there's a much more kind of earthy character to this beer. I guess there's a little, there are darker malts in here, maybe a little kind of caramel malt. So you get a little bit of a toffee aroma coming through. And there's a much more kind of earthy hop note to it. So as opposed to the bright aromatics of the IPA, you've got a lovely kind of earthy note coming through there. And on the palate, a little bit bigger, a little bit sweeter. That kind of toffee and caramel note carries through onto the palate all the way down, and then right in the finish you just start to get a big hop character building. There's kind of spice, so almost kind of black peppery, not heat, but there's a kind of real pungency to the hop character in this, and it all works well as a whole as well. The sweetness of the malt and the kind of the spiciness of the hop all kind of work together. 5.7%, so you'd expect it to be a much bigger beer. The flavours all work together to give you a much bigger mouthful. It's really big, it's kind of fulfilling, it's satisfying. And there are so many kind of reference points within this beer. You can taste a little bit of kind of American influence with the American IPAs, the ones that have that really kind of big, nutty, malty backbone to them. But again, there's the hops are keeping it all in check. It's beautifully done. this is possibly my favourite Marble beer, I have to say. The last beer we've got, Ginger 6, is a straightforward ginger beer. I mean, I say a straightforward ginger beer, there's nothing really straightforward about any of these beers. But again, we're back to sort of a slightly paler golden colour. The massive aroma of ginger, there's no mistaking that at all. Lovely kind of soft, it's got a little bit frothy there, but there's a lovely kind of soft, smooth texture to this. It's just ginger all the way through. A lot of kind of commercial ginger beers, what you find is that they're either beers with a little bit of ginger sort of floating around in the background, or they're sort of slightly sickly sweet ginger beers that, you know, they taste of ginger, but they also taste of sweetening and sugar. They don't really taste like beer. But again, this one is absolutely on the money. What it does is just delivers that unmistakable big burst of ginger. The palate, soft, creamy, little bit of ginger heat, and then in the finish there's just that warmth, the ginger character coming through, but somehow it's unmistakably a grown-up beer. There's no sweetness to it, there's no mistaking it's a ginger beer. It's got a really good poke of ginger to it. So that's lovely. It's a 6% alcohol there, so it's a little bit more big-bodied. You know, either you're just going to have one of those in the evening, or you're going to share that with somebody. But it certainly has the lovely warmth and character you'd want from a ginger beer, and it tastes of beer as well as ginger. It's not sweet, it's not a namby-pamby ginger beer, it's got a poke of ginger, and it's a beer. Okay, those are the 3 beers that are going in the mixed marble pack. We're going to put 4 of each of those in. I really hope you're going to try and buy those, because nobody else is offering these online. It's been a little bit of a faff to get hold of the beers and get them online, but you know, we like to try a little bit harder, and we think that these beers really deliver on flavour. So have a look around, check some other websites, see what people are saying about Marble Brewery beers. We know that people are saying good things. I'm saying good things about them. I hope you enjoy them too. Cheers now.